Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is. And here is...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terrence "Bud" Crawford.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this show. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. That punch scores. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just missed with that jab. Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. Nice counter shot. The crowd is dressed to impress here tonight, and the fighters promise to do the same as we cannot wait for this, our main event.
You're getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That hook won't score. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Miss with that jab. Punch, counter punch. And so far, the offense has been better than the very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a...
Here we go, it's round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations you've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter punch. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
That counter punch caught him clean. The jab doesn't quite connect. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. That one lands. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, it's no secret who... On to the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And he scores with the counter. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A perfect counter lands. Misses with the jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Punch. Can't land the jab there. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously...
Here we go to the fourth round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice job getting that punch through. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. Back into the fray here in round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. parries that jab away. He threw a punch and just got countered. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrows, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And that hook misses. Perfect counter shot. That's another scoring shot. They exchange punches. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
There's the bell to start round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counter punch.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nobody home with that hook. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Both men step back for just a moment. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity. There's the bell to start round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. Can't find a home for that jab. That right hook's blocked. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope. You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That uppercut doesn't land. Nice counter. Missing with the hook. Just misses with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you. There's the bell to start round 8. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it?
And Augustus goes to the canvas. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
And he misses with that jab. These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. Nice counter shot. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. The three judges.